and let's talk about what adding one more thing to your schedule can really look like. I was having a conversation with someone who I'm on a board with, and I had asked her if she could help me out with a project. And she said to me, I can give you 1 hour a week. She goes, that's all I have available, but if that's enough, I'm happy to do it. So my first thought was, no, I wanted her to take the whole project. Then my second thought was, holy cow, I'm so impressed with how well she set her boundaries. And then my third thought was, I'm impressed she even knew how much time she had available to devote to the project. So all these things were going through my head at once. And the bottom line was, I was impressed. She knew how much time she had to give. She was very firm but kind in sharing that she was willing to give that to me if she was able. Now let's fast forward to how that conversation usually goes. Usually I'll ask someone for help. They'll say, sure, no problem, I can do that, because they think I can add one more thing to my schedule. There's always room. Well, there's not always room. Sometimes you are at your margin. You have no extra room to give, but you don't necessarily realize it. And so then you say yes, and that can be the one activity that throws everything completely out of whack. You know the feeling. You wake up, you feel like no matter what time you get up, it's not early enough. All day long, you're running like crazy. You have things to do. Things are falling through the cracks. You're missing phone calls from people. And when you get home, you're exhausted, crabby, and tired. You don't want that. So instead, let's talk about how that can look. First off, if you're getting to that place where you think you've said yes one too many times, there's 3 things you can do. Number 1, take a look at your schedule. Really focus in, look at your schedule, and ask yourself, when I look at tomorrow, how do I feel? When I look at the next day, how do I feel? When I look ahead to the next week, how do I feel? And if you're feeling tight and crunched in the belly or the shoulders, or you're exhausted just looking at it, it means there's time to change. Next thing, look at your priorities. What are your goals? What are your dreams? What's important to you? And if those priorities aren't showing in your calendar, you need to go to step 3 and start to make some adjustments. I know these tips are really good. They are. I also know they're a little generic because I don't know your exact situation. So if you would like for me to help you work through your exact situation when it comes to saying yes, potentially one too many times, then please take advantage. Schedule a 30-minute appointment with me and we'll talk through your stuff. Now, why do I do this? Because I love to do this. I love to walk through your stuff. That's number 1 and most important. Number 2 is I may have a program that you would be a good fit for, in which case I want to share that with you. Now, does this mean you're going to get on a 30-minute sales call with me? No, I'm telling you right now, we're going to have a conversation about your stuff. However, if there's a program that you're a good fit for, I may share it with you. And no matter what, you get to walk away with some really concrete strategies that work. So please, schedule an appointment at the time below.